This video is going to open your eyes to the endless possibilities of TikTok, because this is going to show you how I've been able to turn short form content creation on TikTok into a $10,000 and beyond per month business. Let's get into it. So this is me. I studied engineering at Imperial College London for the last 4 years before I graduated this year. But to be honest, I didn't really love it. I wanted to make money online because the way the world goes nowadays, getting a job is not enough sometimes. House prices are too high. You need to be able to make some kind of income on the side to sustain yourself. And so I chose TikTok. Why did I choose TikTok? Because I was a student. I was broke. I'm not exactly going to spend $10,000 setting up my own business. I needed something I could start for absolutely nothing. I had some friends at the time that were making money on theme pages, more on Instagram to be honest. But I saw TikTok as an opportunity because it was a growing app. I started in 2022 when it was really starting to pick up ground after COVID. And I thought, why not? Let's get into it, test the waters with content creation and see how well I can do. So I got going in 2022. This is younger me. My first account based around football because I had a similar YouTube channel at the time. This account ended up getting to 25,000 followers eventually, so pretty decent before it got banned for unoriginal content. Then I started my second channel around the NBA theme. That didn't really go anywhere. It got to around 1,500 followers, not much more. But as they say, the third time's a charm, because my third account, Why Inspire, was what really got me the success on TikTok. Ended up reaching 500,000 followers before it ends up getting banned later down the line. I'll talk about that. So when it comes to content creation, right, posting is going to be a slow game. As I showed right here, it took me 3 accounts to really find proper success. And a lot of people quit after their first account not making it. And I started back in 2022 when not really anyone was talking about making money on TikTok. So I was starting completely by myself, trying to figure it out as I go along. And as you see right here, I started the account on the 16th of February 2022. It took me a whole month to get 1,000 followers. I could have quit any time in that month. It then took me basically 6 weeks to 7 weeks to reach 10,000 followers, which is what is required to get paid in the Creator Awards program, or back then the Creator Fund it was. So for 7 weeks, I was posting consistently every single day on TikTok without getting paid a single dollar, a single cent, none of that. And then it took me overall 6 months from the start date to reaching 500,000 followers, and I got banned slightly later down the line. But it just goes to show you that with social media content creation, it can be exponential and the growth can come out of nowhere. So 1 month you might not be making any money, then you can make a lot of money very quickly and it can ramp up as well. So with my account, right, I started posting on there, I got monetized, it was good, I was earning money for the Creator Fund. But one day in particular really started to open my eyes as to, wow, social media can make you a lot of money very quickly for not a lot amount of work. So I'll never forget this day. This is the 17th of April 2022, over 2 years ago, right? I posted a video in the morning and my accounts got about 20,000 followers. I took a screenshot because I saw the video doing really well. I saw it reached 100,000 views fairly early. I was like, okay, cool, I've got to pay attention to this video. For it to reach 100,000 views already, I'm gonna take a screenshot of it. Then I checked again the day after. Look at the date at the top, 18th of April 2022. The account went from 20,000 followers to 50,000 followers in just over 24 hours. It gained 30,000 followers in 24 hours. I couldn't believe it. 30,000 followers in 24 hours off a TikTok post. It just goes to show the possibility of content creation. And that day paid me a lot of money in the Creator Fund. But that was just one day. And that was when my account really started to take off and I saw the endless possibilities with social media. But that's not all. You see, if I knew what I knew back then, and if there was a possibility back then, I would have actually got a monetized account earlier, because for those first 7 weeks, I was actually going viral sometimes, getting 100,000 views, etc. But I wasn't getting paid because I didn't have 10,000 followers. Luckily, there's pages nowadays like Tick Accounts, websites that enable you to buy monetized TikTok pages, monetize TikTok shop pages, monetize YouTube accounts, so you can start earning money from your very first post. Because to get to 10,000 followers, you need to go viral a few times already. But those times you go viral getting to 10,000 followers don't pay you. So if you can spend a few $100s, if you've got the capital to do so, you can get an already monetized account, which means you start earning money straight away as you continue your TikTok growth journey. And if you use the link in the description and in the pinned comment, you get a 5% discount on all monetized accounts through my link. So this is one account I got from there a couple months back in May, June time, and then I started posting on it and I started automating content through VSub as well, making Reddit stories. I'll link that down below as well. So The creator fund, as I said, was the way you were making money back in 2022 with TikTok. So I was posting on there, getting paid in the creator fund. It weren't substantial amounts of money. It started off the first month, I made about £157, as you can see on screen with me, around about $200 more or less. But then it started to ramp up. I started making £35 a day some days, £50 a day, £70 a day. I was getting around, sometimes consistently, 4 figures a month through just the creator fund, which was really interesting because I was posting clips mostly, and this was before the Creator Wars program, which was really lucrative. This was back in the creator fund, which weren't as good, but it was still paying me decent money. And the way I was looking at it was that it was just simple social media content paying me a decent side income. And my account at its peak was getting 10 million views over a week, which is a crazy high amount of numbers. So the views that I was able to generate with that account was just fantastic. And it was only right I was getting paid, therefore, through the creator fund and getting a good amount of money through that as well. But then my eyes really started to open to possibilities beyond just the creator fund. And this is the main purpose of this video, because a lot of people, when they start TikTok accounts and social media accounts in general, they're just looking at monetization through one lens. They want to make money through the creator fund or the TikTok shop or YouTube shorts or YouTube long form or Instagram, whatever, brand deals, whatever it is. They always look through one little lens. Actually need to open up the pie. And I realized, hang on a minute, if I've got all these followers following me, I'm getting money for the creator fund, great, making around 4 figures a month, decent. But that's just one small segment of this pie. I can really blow this thing up and make a lot of money from it. So what did I do? Number one thing, look at my account. These are big steps I took. Branding, logo, made it look more professional. A lot of people, when it comes to social media, they don't pay attention to their branding whatsoever. I don't get it. Your branding's like your shop face. If you look at a shop and the branding's good, you're more likely to go into it. Same as a restaurant. I will not go into a restaurant that has the worst branding in the world and looks like it's got a 1-star food hygiene rating. If I look at a restaurant, I need to actually think, this looks kind of aesthetic for me to go into there. Same as a shop. Same with your social media account. Make it look approachable for brands that want to reach out to you. Next, have other links in your bio. Direct people to other pages of yours. Don't just keep them on TikTok. If you've got an Instagram, link them to that. A YouTube, link them to that. Make sure you're multifaceted and are on multiple platforms at once. Inquiries as well. Include an email address. Make it a professional looking one as well. Get a domain name. It's only around 10-15 bucks. That's barely anything. Tell people they can reach out to you, DM you on Instagram, etc. That's the way you can get potential business from clients, from other businesses, etc. That's all ways you can make money. Have links as well. If you have a link in the description, that's ways you can sell your own products, direct people to other pages of yours, all sorts of different ways. It basically gives your TikTok page a funnel. It gives it basically a landing page that people can go onto and find other ways of you, basically other versions of you, other platforms of yours, other info products of yours. It's a landing page for all that. And if you don't have a link in your bio, you're making a massive mistake from that sense. And of course, the final way is with your content. Make sure your content's all branded very nicely. So when it comes to branding, as I said before, 2 things to look out for. Look for professional, look approachable. When it comes to real estate, right, I've got a picture down on screen with me. This guy's trying to sell a house to this couple. Look how he's turned up. He's got his suit, well, I say suit, he's got his shirt and tie, he's got his work trousers, he's got a belt on, right? If you're trying to buy $1 million house and the realtor, the real estate guy, turns up in flip-flops, shorts, and a beach shirt on, you're going to be thinking, what is going on? These real estate guys understand it's all about looking professional and approachable. If you want brands to spend money with you, to put their faith in you, to create videos, promotions for their product, and for them to pay you, you have to look somewhat professional. You have to look like you know what you're doing. They don't want to spend money promoting themselves in front of accounts that have the worst branding in the world. You might get some promos, but if you want to unlock the higher incomes, I'm talking the proper reputable brands that will pay you a lot of money, you have to have some degree of professionalism. And that comes through your branding, through your email address, through the whole outlook of your account. So what I'd recommend is hit up a website like Kittle, for example. Kittle is your all-in-one branding toolkit with an array of features helping to make your brand look professional without needing a graphic designer. Once you sign into Kittle, you are brought to their landing page with multiple options, one of which being branding and then logos. So let's say we have a brand new TikTok page in the fitness niche and we want to create a logo for it. This is exactly what I do. First things first, on the left hand side, you have an array of options to narrow down your search if you have something in particular in mind. But let's assume that we are starting from scratch. Scroll through the multitude of templates that Kittle has available to see if one takes your fancy. For example, I love the look of this bulldog one. It really matches the gym and fitness theme I'm going for on that TikTok page. Once you click on the logo, you are brought to an editing dashboard where you can change individual elements including the font type, size and color so you can redesign the logo. I find this really useful if you want to make specific changes with the logo. It takes absolutely no time to get to grips with Kittle as well. It's not like Photoshop, which has more of a learning curve. But what I find really exciting is the AI generator on the left hand side. You can click on this and input a quick prompt as to what you want your logo to look like, and Kittle's AI will design multiple options for you from scratch. I love the look of this logo it created, so I'm going to add it to my page and alter a few elements so it's tailor-made for me. And once you are done, you can click download, and importantly, you've also got the option for a transparent background. This is really cool because this means you can add your logo as a watermark on your videos and posts. You can get started on Kittle for absolutely free via the link in the description and in the pinned comment. And if you upgrade to their paid plans, which start from just $10 a month, you get access to a multitude of features, including premium templates. When you consider all the potential income you can get from having a properly branded social media page, $10 feels like a great investment. Plus, use the code DennisYT to get 25% off your first month or your yearly subscription for new users to Kittle. So as I said before, with the branding, I got started with actually mocking up the accounts for me, making Winespire look more professional. And I even launched on both YouTube and Instagram as well. And both these accounts still exist today. I don't post them anymore because I've got other stuff to be doing really. But I still have these accounts going. I was making money through YouTube Shorts, Instagram as well, doing some promotions on there at times. So it's just other ways you can build your network out from just TikTok to Instagram, YouTube Shorts as well, play the whole field. Another way you can make money, a big way, brand promos. So here's some examples of money I've got for brand promos running through social media. So this is a massive part of social media. If you're not taking brand promotions seriously, you're making a serious mistake. Now, brand promotions have a good rep and a bad rep. Some people go, oh, you're selling yourself out, or what are you doing? Others go, get that bag, king, like go and get that money when you can. My thought process towards brand promos is don't promote anything. Reputation is important. I have brands reach out to me all the time, especially my YouTube channel nowadays because I have a personal branding YouTube channel. I will not promote with a brand I genuinely myself don't believe in or it goes against my ethics, i.e. gambling brands. Have a few reach out to me, never promote gambling brands ever on my channel. Doesn't align with my ethics, what I want to promote, right? But if it's a brand that aligns with my channel, for example, AI content creation, of course, it works with the content I want to make, and it's a tool I genuinely believe I'd like to show you guys, and you can use, and it can help you make content. And for that, you can get paid because of it. So it aligns with the content you want to make, and you get a fee on top of that. So that can work very well in making you a lot of money, especially on TikTok. Why? Because TikTok has 1 billion active monthly users. A lot of brands are turning towards social media rather than this traditional TV and all these other ways of media. They're looking towards a new form of media, social media, to push their brand and market their products. And they're willing to spend money on influencers, and not just influencers. Faceless pages can make money as well through content creation. I ran a few brand promos through Winespire and was getting decent money through there as well. So don't neglect this one bit. And I'm going to prove it to you, right? Hands up if you know this person on screen right now. Most people should, and if you don't, I will inform you. This is Mr. Karbi Lam. At one point, he was the most followed person on TikTok. I couldn't tell you how many he's got right now. I haven't checked in a while, but it's hundreds of millions of followers. I'm pretty sure of that, right? Now that's great and all. This man does not even talk in his videos. I don't think I've heard him say a single word. I'm pretty sure he's Italian or something like that, right? I don't even know if he speaks English. He just does this in his videos, right? More power to him. I'm not by any stretch of imagination discrediting what he does. He's found a niche and it works perfectly for him, and his content is entertaining for a certain demographic of people, right? Absolutely. Now, according to this article right here, and I'm not sure how true this is, but it would not surprise me, Karbi Lam gets paid $400,000 for each sponsored TikTok. And this was back in 2022, this article was published. So who knows what it is now? It could even be higher right now in 2024. My man makes around $400,000 per sponsored post on TikTok, and he doesn't even talk. He can buy a house for each sponsored post. The money is out there. The money is out there in social media, and people don't seem to believe it, but you need to believe it. And I'll tell you why, right? People seem to think it's not possible because they think, who would spend $400,000 of their money on a sponsor through TikTok or through YouTube or Instagram? Realize this, right? A, it's not their money. A lot of times it's businesses and brands, and they don't need to spend their money because it's the business's money, which means they can actually use it as a tax write-off. Secondly, a lot of times a marketing director gets given a budget from the person above them to say, you've got this amount to spend on sponsorships, go. So it's not their money. It's way different to me spending $1,000 to promote something to your business spending $1,000 to promote something, especially if it's not their actual business. If they're just an employee, they don't care. They just need to fill a quota. The manager tells them, okay, you got this budget, go get me some sponsors. They're doing their job. So the money's out there, especially for these brands. So don't be thinking that you can't draw a lot of money out, especially to work with brands. You can get a lot of money, especially if you're professional, you're reputable. And the best part is, as you start to grow in followers, you get more money for basically the same amount of work. Just because your videos are going out to a bigger audience, you've got a wider demographic of people, and you've got more people interested in your content. So pay attention big time to brand sponsors. It's a big way you can make money. Affiliate partnerships also, massive way you can generate income. I wish I did more of that when I was heavy in TikTok with that Why Inspire account. I wish I did more ways of affiliate sponsorships. I didn't really milk that side of the content enough. So another big part was I got asked by friends that as I started to notice I was making money through TikTok while being a student, I was making decent money on there, as I said, around 4 figures a month, right? At this point, I started to get asked by friends and people around me, how do you make money on TikTok? And then I kept getting asked this question and I wasn't really deep in it. And then at one point the light bulb flicked, or the light bulb switch went off in my head, and I thought, hang on a minute, right? All these people interested in making money on TikTok, I just thought it was like, not common sense obviously, but I just thought it was logical. Like what I was doing, I just thought everyone kind of understood it. But clearly not everyone did. So that gave me an idea. I can teach people how to do what I'm doing. So that brought up the second point to this, right? So in my bio, as I showed you already, I had TikTok mentorship. This is where I was actually coaching people how to grow on TikTok. I was auditing their accounts for them. I was giving them personalized growth plans. And this was all done basically through my TikTok page, was showing people how to do that. It was like an info product, right? People would find Why Inspire, they'd watch my content, click on my bio. Oh, this guy does TikTok mentorship. He's got 200,000 followers himself. He clearly knows a thing or two about growing on TikTok. Let me click on the link, reach out to him, and see if he can help me. And then certain people I do that for. And that's just another way I was able to obviously make money and teach people along the way as well. And I enjoy teaching people how to grow on TikTok, right? It's a big part of my YouTube channel. I genuinely do enjoy helping people grow their social media pages. So for me, it's work obviously, but it doesn't feel like work as well. It's enjoyable work. But not just that as well, building a personal brand. So this YouTube channel was off the back of me wanting to teach people how to make money online and how to basically do work alongside being a student, right? A lot of people full-time student my age or full-time working. How can you make money on the side of that? Also, obviously my YouTube channel is doing pretty decent right now, but it wasn't always like this. If we go back 2 years, right, when I started, I mean, I'd be very surprised if anyone is still watching this YouTube channel from back then, because my videos were absolute garbage when I started. Absolute garbage. But it just shows again, just like with the TikTok pages, you got to stay with it, because 2 years later, pretty decent my YouTube channel is doing now. And that all started off the back of building a personal brand, wanting to teach people, and wanting to teach people a skill that I had in TikTok. And over the past few months, my YouTube earnings have actually flipped my all-time TikTok earnings, which is just crazy to show. Like, it's crazy to even fathom about. This all started from TikTok, and now it's got to a point where I'm just building a whole like empire off the back of it. All just starting from a big idea with a small content creation journey on TikTok. But it just goes to show, right, that if you start early and you have ideas along the way and you start to actually think from a business sense, you can make a lot of money from content creation. And it just goes, it just goes to show, and I'm gonna summarize it with this tree right here, right? At the base of the tree, you've got TikTok. But as you go through the branches, there's different ways you can make the money, right? And each branch can be something else. One branch is YouTube Shorts. One branch is Instagram theme page. One branch is your own info products, like an ebook. One branch is your TikTok mentorship scheme, a community. You've got merchandise if it applies to what you're doing, right? Some meme pages, some theme pages, they can do merchandise. If it's a motivational page, you can do motivational journals, motivational notepads, for example, just a few examples, brand promos, affiliate sponsorships, other social media pages you can leverage off your own social media page. Follow my other account, follow this account, a personal brand on YouTube, a personal brand on TikTok. Endless ways you can make money just through TikTok. So a lot of people think, can you make $10,000 a month through TikTok only? Of course it's possible for the big accounts, but you shouldn't be thinking just like that. How can I use TikTok to make $10,000 a month? How can you build an empire off the back of this basically social media tool that is worldwide, that's got 1 billion active monthly users and has just got a massive consumer base? Like, it is just such a free market. You can start it from anywhere in the world. Even if you create an account that's not eligible to earn money in the Creator Wars program because you're not from one of the countries, that should not discourage you from starting, because this is just a starting point. And if you use it the right way and you look at it from a business standpoint, you can make a lot of money from this page, from the pages that you start, from this app, this social media, just absolute revelation. So why Inspire, as I said before, that was going really well. Then obviously hit a bit of a downturn. I got shadow banned for posting unoriginal content, then eventually fully banned off of TikTok. I started the account again a year later, but then I started getting all my videos ineligible for the For You page, so I completely gave up on it. It still exists on TikTok to this day. It's got about 400, 500 followers, if that. But my original Why Inspire account, that was the gold mine. That was making me a lot of money. But it's okay, I've got other accounts as well, so it's not the end of the world. And I made a video on my YouTube channel as well a year ago when it got banned, saying how to get unbanned on TikTok. TikTok banned my 500,000 follower account. I basically went through all the steps to get unbanned. I reached out on TikTok support. I reached out on Twitter to them. I raised a ticket. Everything you could think of to get unbanned, they weren't having it. They tried all they could. Well, I tried all that I could. They didn't want to unban me for unoriginal content. It is what it is, right? It's just the way TikTok goes sometimes. The beautiful thing is I didn't let it discourage me. And if anything, it was one of the best things that happened to me, because I used that ban and losing all the money through TikTok to actually treat me a valuable lesson about diversification. Not giving up and also diversifying. Realizing that you shouldn't be trying to make money all from one direction. You can use TikTok, but as soon as you use TikTok to start making money, think about how you can broaden out in other ways. So if it goes down, at least you've got other ways of making money, and you've at least sent some of your followers from TikTok to other pages. As I said before, there was a time when even though my TikTok was down, I was still getting views and sponsorships because my Instagram and YouTube Shorts was thriving. Does that make sense? So always find a way to keep yourself diversified. And that taught me a valuable lesson in that, the banning of my account. I've got a community on School that you can check out, and this is where I provide personal mentorship to you guys through monthly one-on-one calls. You've also got unlimited DMs to me and access to the threads, and you've also got access to my complete TikTok growth course where I run through step-by-step how I grow an account from scratch, including finding the right niche, how to post content, how frequently to post content, and what to do to get into the Creator Wars program and TikTok Shop affiliate program. You can check out my community via the link in the description and in the pinned comment. And if you enjoyed this video and you're new around here, you have to subscribe down below, and importantly, hit the bell notification button, because that keeps you up to date with all videos on this channel, and that could genuinely be the reason you get monetized on TikTok in 2024 and become financially free. And check out a video right beside me, as it's a breakdown on how to go viral on TikTok in 2024. I'll see you right there.